For more perspective, we're joined now by former federal judge and police auditor LaDoris Cordell. And thank you so much for talking with us this evening. I might begin by just asking, prosecutors went to great lengths to warn the public about what we would be seeing in this video. And there is that concern for reaction. So what is your take on the release of the video and what we've been watching?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. And I was not a federal judge. I was a state court judge on the Superior Court in Santa Clara County. So the release of the video is very important because there is such a lack of transparency in policing in America. So the department in Memphis did the right thing by releasing the video because we knew that something had happened and it's important for people to know, and it's upsetting. I did have a chance to watch the video. So I give kudos to the Memphis Police Department for doing it early on. There are instances around this country where people have been killed due to police violence. We don't even learn about it until months later and then discover there is video. So it was important to do, and it was important also for the department and the mother of Mr. Nichols to say, sure, protest, but make it peaceful and don't commit more violence. We've seen the violence on the video, and it's not what anyone wants.
Absolutely. We should say that the officers were fired and charged, and as you might have said, the Nichols family certainly was saying that this is a blueprint for how things should be handled. Do you agree with that?
Well, I certainly agree that those who are responsible should be charged if there is sufficient evidence to charge them. But, the thought that we have to have a blueprint for police misconduct is just sad to me, and it's very disturbing. So it is the right thing to do. The department moved quickly. The district attorney moved quickly. That isn't the case generally in many police departments. In fact, you have district attorneys, prosecutors who don't move at all. So the fact that this happened, that's good. And I don't call it justice. I call it holding people, police officers in this case, accountable. Justice would be Mr. Nichols being alive. So they're holding him accountable. And yes, other departments, when they know that this kind of conduct has happened, and other district attorney's offices should move immediately.
It does raise some issues, again, about where we stand post-George Floyd when we talk about specifically about culture and policy relations. Where do we stand on this today?
Sure. This is not about 5 or 8 bad apples. This is about a bad orchard. What I mean by that, we're talking about the culture of policing in America. And Memphis is not unique. These officers wanted revenge after Mr. Nichols was able to run away from them. And when they caught him, they were basically, this was a beatdown by a bunch of thugs. And they did it with cameras on because the culture was such that they knew that they wouldn't be in trouble, that they would not get disciplined. So remember, this was a traffic stop. He was unarmed. He was trying to get away. They had his car, they had his license plate, they knew where to find him, but that wasn't the case. So when we talk about policing in America, this is textbook for what is wrong with policing in America. We have got to change the essence by changing the culture.